Hello, hello. All right, today we're gonna blast the upper leg. Hopefully having my AirPods in makes it easier for you to hear me. Sometimes I honestly just forget to grab them before I come in here, and once I'm in here, not going out. So you'll see I have a little bit of adhesive on here. This is just where I had my vitamin patch yesterday and I haven't washed it off yet. I also just got home from the gym, sat in the sauna for a little bit. So we are going to take advantage of being warm. Where's my oil at? There it is. All right. As always, I'm starting with the Pro Blaster. Right now I'm just using it to kind of spread some of this oil around. When I blast my upper leg, I usually do it in sections. That way I can keep myself very well oiled up. This spot right here is where I fell on my garage floor on Mother's Day attempting a balance board. It was not a pleasant experience. But I've had some fascia recoil since then, so I have a spot that's kind of dented in right there. It's a little tender right here from where it used to be. You can almost see it. There's like a little bit of staining because I had such a big, deep bruise from the fall itself. So I'm just gonna start prepping this tissue, getting it warmed up. Did some cardio today and some weights for the upper leg. So I'm gonna just kind of dig here around the top of my knee. I'm tipping the tool and I'm just doing little scrapes because it's a little tight right there. Same, just working around the side of the leg. Now I always go all the way to the hip, and I usually end up passing over the underside of the glute as well. Sometimes I like to even turn a little bit, kind of doing like that cheerleader sit, just to give a slightly different angle. It also helps me get the side of my hip right here at the joint. This poor spot. The fall was not my friend. But thankfully, I have these tools and I know how to help fix it. I've just had to be a little bit lighter and working again to kind of desensitize the tissue and help get this like dent out of here that now wants to live with me. Now I'm going to take my Master Blaster, do a little diagonal work here. Really carve around that hip. Feels really good. Doing a little scooping up and down. Now, depending on how long this video takes, because I only have so much room on my phone when I have to upload these to my Google Drive, I may only film one leg to completion, but I'll blast both, and that way you can just always start this over if you need to follow along for the second leg. Because this is going to be my primary focused area for this challenge, I'm going to give it a little more attention. And this spot's getting a little more attention just because I injured it. Where is my Mini 2 at? I got everything like behind me back here, so I'm just kind of feeling around blindly. Y'all know, you can use whatever tool you want. I just tend to have my favorites, and I just stick with those. I'm applying a little more pressure right here just because I know I have so much to work through, and I let the injury fully heal. All I did when it was healing was dry brush and use like the lightest pressure like this, like not even pushing with the face blaster, just to kind of help the blood move out from where I had the monster bruise that literally took up like my whole leg. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take the nugget, and y'all know the drill. Just coloring. There's a hair on me. Get off me. Downfall to using so much oil. Everything sticks to you. Leaning here. Coloring along the muscle there, all over. Switch the way I'm seated again. Get all around that hip. Right here, I can feel the big knot that's hiding in there from where I fell, so I'm just gonna give that a little extra TLC, but I'm also feeling with my hand right here, just kind of feel around, make sure I color over and around the whole thing. All right, now I'm gonna move to the inner thigh. For this, I usually just kind of sit butterfly. More oil. Water break. If y'all don't have a Stanley cup yet, this is 40 ounces of bliss, okay? Stays cold. Holds ice well. And I only have to fill it up 2 to 3 times a day. Again, starting with the Pro Blaster, getting around my knee. I alternate between like leg down, leg up, flexed versus not. Like I'll try to tighten this muscle in here a little bit. Got my post-workout protein. When I first started blasting, my inner thighs were tender. Now, they're still a little tender, but not bad. I can obviously blast a lot longer and a lot deeper. You can do this seated. You can do this like on your knees with one foot up, kind of like in a runner's stretch. And each time, each location will just give you like a slightly different feel. Today, my legs are kind of tired from my workout, so I'm gonna stay seated. All right. All right, back to the Master Blaster. Let's see if we can change this angle. Show you guys. Yeah, that works. Master everywhere. Again, all the way up to the hip, all the way up. One of the things I had with weight loss was loose kind of crepe skin on my inner thighs, where I explained the derma rolling the other day on the ab video. Same thing applies to the inner thigh. You can roll that skin once a month to kind of just help firm it up. Lots of redness in there already. Mini 2. Again, use whatever tools you like or you have. In theory, the preferred process is small claw, large claw, nugget for everything, except your face. That's just small claw, nugget. Finishing up with my coloring here, and then I'll move on to the back of my leg. I always find doing it in thirds just seems to help the most. Get really close to my hip right there. Now, I don't normally blast this long for one side of one spot especially, but I really want to do some extra focus. Just getting in the hip capsule right there. I just want some extra focus on my legs right now. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna lay down so I can show y'all how I do the back of my leg. We're gonna try to do this PG fashion, okay? So don't mind my crazy angles I'm about to sit in. It's like that fine line between showing y'all what I'm doing and just keeping it modest, okay? Whatever that means. All right. Pro Blaster. Back of the leg. I usually just hold my leg for additional support, but also so that I can move it around. You can put your foot down on the opposite side, on the wall, whatever makes the most sense. Got the tool tipped on its side and I'm doing a little scraping, especially down here at the glute hammy tie-in. Where's that Master Blaster at? There it is. Bring my leg across my body just to kind of work this outer side here. You always want to think about the shape that you're blasting in. Think about the heart button. I just try to arc underneath. Alternate between straightening my leg, bending my leg. Just kind of go on whatever feels good. That's Party Blaster. Or yeah, Mini 2. There you are. Same thing with the Mini 2. Just kind of getting around back side of this hip capsule. All the way around. And then we take the nugget as per usual. Just kind of color everything. Extra focus at the glute hammy tie-in area. And now that we are done, hand massage. Up and down, feeling around. And then sometimes, depending on my mood, I will place cups, let those sit for a little bit while I work on the other side. Just depends how I feel. All right, I'm gonna go do my other leg, but this is getting a little long, so just stop it, start it over, same thing on the other side.